Hello, YouTube. So, Star. All right, Star's the new show. This is Lee Daniels' new series on Fox. Uh, I I determined that I was going to kind of back away from this review thing. People not seem to watch my reviews, so I said, well, I was just now that these shows are coming to an end, Empire's they're in their break. Be a good time to stop this stuff. But I was very impressed by the show, so I said, well, maybe I should just hang on one more of these series. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, the show is called Star. It's on Fox. Empire ended last night for their fall break or whatever you call it, and now we have Star. So it's done by Lee Daniels and another producer. Of course, I don't remember the other producer's name. We're so into his name, but it's a good show. All right, so Star is 17 years old. Star is a white girl. She's kind of a hip type of white girl. She reminds me a lot. I mean, I've known girls like her. So I know girls who have been kind of raised around black people, or in her case, she was raised by white foster parents, but they were poor people. There's not that much difference between poor white people and poor black people, really. Anyway, she has some street smarts. She wears the big hoop earrings, kind of things. Kind of hip hop type of girl. Anyway, so her mother died. Her mother was a singer. Her mother became a drug addict. Her mother died, and the state took the kids. So it was her, and she has a sister. So Star wants to be a singer. She's a talented girl. So she wants to find out where her sister is. She goes down to county or whatever. I guess she's 17, so maybe they kind of maxed her out at 17. I think it's over at 18 officially, but so she goes and finds her sister. I believe her sister's in Pittsburgh. Her sister's also a talented girl. She becomes a backup singer. And okay, talk about sister for a minute. So she finds the girl. She finds out where she lives. By one of the workers there. She kind of breaks the rules and tells her how to find her. She goes to find the little girl. Her sister is half black and half white. So we're really trying to do this race mix thing here. I suspect the reason would be just to have a more of a crossover audience. But people can be any color. I mean, because you have talent, hell, there's all kind of there's Mariah Carey's and there's all kind of singers. You can be white or black and you can mix it up or whatever. So this girl is in between because she has a black father, so she has a different father than Star. They had the same mother. Mother was taking care of him. All right, she goes to pick her to find the daughter, find her sister, and when she walks in the people's house, the foster parents' house, and she sees this man who is the foster parent of her sister molesting her. They didn't show nudity, but they show him on top of her in the act of molesting her. So her sister sees her standing in the door, puts her hand up to her lips, don't say nothing. She goes to the kitchen, gets a butcher knife, and comes back and murders the man. Now, we don't see the body in the casket, so as far as we know, we're being led to believe that he is dead. They show that knife entering his back, and if he ain't dead, he's severely wounded. But I think the premise, we're supposed to believe that he is dead now. Can't get this camera to do right. Let me see. Okay, that's better. Yeah, so she killed him. Her and her sister are now together. They take off. The sister's half black. Star's a white girl. They have the same mother. Okay. Now Star has been talking to this other child, this black girl, online. They don't know each other, but the black girl lives in New York City. Now, unbeknownst to Star and her sister, the black girl is actually the daughter of a very successful record producer who's played by Lenny Kravits. So she never tells them that that's her father, though. So as far as they know, they're just connected on a talent basis. The girl is a she not only is she was she sing backup for Star or this group that they have. So Star is her name. So I guess she is this singer, and they're just her backup singers. because as far as I know, there's not a name for the group. Anyway, she's primarily a singer, arranger, producer herself, but a young girl. So she kind of discovers Star online. All right, so he picks her up. The girl has governesses and all this kind of stuff. They're wealthy people, the black family. But she didn't tell her what her father does for a living. So they take off. There was a woman in their records called their godmother. This role is played by Queen Latifah. She lives outside of Atlanta. So the girls go to look her up. They drive to Atlanta. They say Atlanta, but the community they come to, it looks like a smaller place. So I don't know if it's outside of some suburb of Atlanta. But Queen Latifah plays a role. She was their godmother. So she remembers them as babies before all the drama happened before. And she also is a singer. She sings a very good song. I love the song. It's the gospel song she's singing when we meet her in her little kind of storefront type church. And but her and the girl's mother at one point were singers, and the girl got hooked on drugs, which is a common story. It seems to be a real common story with a lot of these music industry dramas. Usually, or oftentimes, the the mother is a failed singer, the parents are failed singers, and then the children get involved and become stars, kind of thing. And one ends up on drugs. Somebody gets famous or semi-famous, and they end up on drugs, and so they don't want the second generation to become singers for some drama they had with the parents. I've seen that over and over and over again. I'll just say it like that, and it happens, I'm sure. Okay, so Lynn. Okay, so the girl takes off with her. She doesn't tell. She has money. She has some kind of trust. She asks her father for the money, Lenny Kravitz, and he says no. He's I don't know what kind of character he's going to be. He's some super music mogul type guy, but of course he'll be back. I think he's a regular in the series. But for now, they're going to live with this woman, who's played by Queen Latifah. I don't remember her name. Claudia, what's her name? I think it's Claudia. Oh, Carlotta. Miss Carlotta. Carlotta is now in the church, and so she sees them. She recognizes who they are. They stood in the back of the church. She recognizes them immediately, and they want to stay with her, and she lets them stay there. In addition to being a singer in the church, she also runs a beauty salon in this small town where they're at. Now, it's interesting with this beauty salon because, okay, let me see if I can get it right now. Okay, Carlotta has got a daughter who also works at the beauty salon, who is a trans woman. We don't know that immediately. I kind of suspected somehow or other. I don't know what it was about her because she's a very beautiful girl. But there's something about her I kind of thought, I wonder if she's trans for a moment. But it turns out she actually is a trans woman. And but very passable. She's a real trans girl. She's transitioned. Anyway, so she works there at the salon, and also this gay boy works there, who is what's that child from Real Housewives of Atlanta, Georgia? What is his name? Lawrence, Miss Lawrence. Sometimes they, not to be insulting, but sometimes they call her Miss Lawrence. But Lawrence, the guy from Real Housewives of Atlanta, Georgia, he works in the salon. Also, he initially doesn't get along with Star. He's got this race chip on his shoulder. And he don't like because she's a white girl. Okay, so the girl, the trans girl, and I got to figure out what her name is. I don't want to be calling her the trans girl the whole time. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to do this series or not. I think I want to definitely do this introduction. And we'll see if I do it weekly. I don't know. But anyway, she said, I know record producers. I know where they hang out. And it turns out there's a strip club. So the first time we see the girls perform, do a song, they perform this gig at a strip club, where, sure enough, they meet this manager. I guess by next week or so, I'll have all the names. But this manager, who is one of the co-stars of this series. He sees them in the strip club. The star is not no innocent girl, and she's only 17 years old, but she goes immediately to get this man a lap dance, knowing that he's in the music industry. So, and she's able to seduce him. And so this is how she found out that the other girl is transgender, because she's in the strip. She got a trick, and she didn't tell the trick. And I don't know if it was a prostitution trick or just somebody she was lap dancing for or whatever. They in the alley, and the guy finds out that she's got a dick. So he's beating her up behind this strip club. Star walks up on him, chases him away. But now, they kind of know the cheat. Anyway, they this record producer, this manager guy, potential manager, he invites the girls to. He sees her sing at the club, the three of them, and I like the song. I like the music, but other reviewers don't seem to ever like anybody's music. They always complain about the damn music. I think it's great. It's why they're on there. Anyway, he invites them to sing at this big party. I'm having some kind of problem with my ear today. This party for this rich dude. This rich white guy with and his mother. They live together, and the mother's kind of jazzy. They have parties together. They party together, and so they arrange for them to sing at, I think it's someone's birthday party, but this great big old mansion kind of thing. So this will be the second time they perform. Now I know they have to kind of rush these things and kind of give us a story. I think if we were in a movie, say for instance, these personalities, these characters would have been much better worked, where we would have got to know the three girls separately and know their relationship. They kind of rushed through a lot of that because it's only 1 hour show. In my opinion, I would always make the premiere longer, so that we get the story, the basis of the story. I think it did a pretty good job. This thing is done well. It's a class act. So let me see if I can remember more of it though. Okay, Lauren's working it there. Okay, so as I said, Carlotta and these girls' mother were friends, and they sang in the same group, right? And they have a history with this manager guy. Apparently, this manager guy is not a good person. So when Carlotta finds out that they have performed for him and they're going to do a show for him with this mansion, she goes and sees him. So she goes packing to see him. So she pulls a gun on him and tell him to stay away from those girls. That's the little advertisement we've been seeing for a while. So she don't want them involved with him. I don't know what the history is. I'm sure we'll get it all in flashbacks. So we haven't actually seen the mother or what their relationship was. I'm sure it's going to be told in flashbacks. But so she pulls a gun on him. Okay, mother was a single. All right, history repeats itself. So Simone is the daughter. Simone is the sister. She is this girl's sister, right? Right from the beginning, we see Simone smoking weed on the first encounter. Then when they go to the strip club, Simone is drinking. So Simone is going to have a drinking, drug, and alcohol problem. It's already been established. So she's going to be the problem child. And I think that's pretty much it. What went on there? They went on. They performed. They did a beautiful job with they're talented girls. Very talented girls. Um, I don't know. So far, I listened to a couple other people's reviews, and they seem to have a problem with because the girl is white. But that's not. I don't. What is unusual about that? A singer can be any color. They are all different kind of colors. So they decided to have these relationships. This looks like most of the cast is black, but their manager is Latin. Simone is mixed race. They mix it all together. I don't know if it's just I don't know why in the beginning I thought maybe it wouldn't be the show for me. I think in a lot of the in the promos they had these girls looking like Diana Ross and the Supremes, and I don't want to see no nostalgic type thing. But no, they're hip. They can shake those tails. So this promises to be interesting. So maybe I'll come back next week and check in with you, or maybe I'll just leave it like this and just this is the introduction to the new show by uh, Lee Daniels. And I'm sorry to say I don't know who the other writer is. I hope he will stay connected uh, with this show for a while to get it really off to a good start. Because my next review, I'm going to do that in about 10 minutes, is of Empire. And I'll tell you why. I like for Daniels to stay involved the whole way. Anyway, it looks like it's going to be a good series. I intend to watch it. I don't know if I'll review it, but I'll definitely be watching it. All right.